Smart home devices are super popular right now, but are they really worth the money? And if you do have one, do you know all the things it can really do? Here to fill us in on those gadgets, please welcome ZDNet's Matthew Miller. Good to have you back. How are you? All right, so people are, I don't know if they're split necessarily. How many homes do we think have smart devices already? How far have we gone?
I mean, and it helped with the last holiday season.
Yes.
Amazon was all over the place selling theirs, and Google had very aggressive. It was half price for a lot of their devices and things.
I remember that. And so a lot of my friends have them. Some people don't want them because they don't know where the information is going or if they're listening all the time. So first of all, just explain what they do and don't do security-wise.
Okay, for Google, obviously, with theirs, right, they have the whole power of Google search behind it. So there's a lot of information out there. A lot of people have Gmail accounts and that kind of thing. It's collecting a lot, but it provides, because of that, it provides a lot of functionality. Amazon, huge ecosystem as well, both of these on this side. Also, collecting a lot of information, you know, but you can mute them, you can turn them off, and you can have, I mean, you have control over what you want to do.
Right.
And people are willing to give up some of that privacy for the functionality they provide as
so
well.
you can literally walk through your kitchen and ask for a recipe, and it can pop up on the screen if you have a video version of these.
Right. Yeah.
Or we can find out a temperature someplace else.
Exactly. There's a, you know, Amazon has the Show and the Spot that have screens on them, so you can do that. The Google showed a bunch of those off at CES, so those are coming here this year. But you can do a lot with them.
Pretty much. I have a friend who said that I can't remember if it was the younger or older son, was talking to Alexa about his math homework. She caught him doing that.
Well, I mean, my youngest daughter does as well. There's a lot of, you know, easy functionality they can get some help with.
Research.
Like
you should be doing your own mathematics, though, we think. All right. So show us what these things do, how we operate them. Okay.
So what I have here is I have 4 of them, and these 2 on this side are Google's. This is the Google Mini and the Google Home, and then the Echo Dot and the Echo. Now, there's each one of these products also has a larger one that is a bigger speaker for music playback.
Right.
And then Apple has a brand new one, the Apple HomePod.
Yes,
I don't have
I
one of
saw
those
that
yet.
Recently.
That one is based on Siri, and it requires an iPhone and iOS. Both of these devices and all of the Google and Amazon devices, you can use an iPhone, Android, anything else with it.
Okay, so in my household, one of us uses Windows, one of us is an iMac person. Which one of these will work?
It's really with your phone is where you start.
It's your phone.
It's your phone app. Because there's phone apps for both of these that you can set it up and customize it and everything else like that.
Perfect. Okay, so let's talk to Google. What do we do?
Okay, so with Google, there's 2 keywords. Okay, Google, or Hey Google. So, okay Google, she will activate. And then I can ask it.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
Okay Google, how high is Mount Rainier?
Mount Rainier is 14,411 feet tall.
So there's a bunch of basic search things you can do. But, you know, in our house, it's kind of a larger house, so we were looking at some kind of intercom system. The kids are upstairs doing homework and you want to call them down to dinner. With Google, you can actually set up Google Homes in different rooms and say broadcast, and it will broadcast to those other rooms. So you have an intercom system that's
throughout the network that's in your house.
Right. And the real difference between, you see, the Mini and the Home is really just the size of the speaker. The Mini is priced at less than half of the Home. So for most people, the Mini is a perfectly fine solution unless they're going to use it for music playback.
Music, and that's when you get a bigger one. What can this do that you think we don't know about, or that we could use more of?
Yeah, that's a difficult question. I mean, one thing, a lot of people come home, they take their phone, they go and plug it in some other room or something like that. You can actually make phone calls and speaker phone calls with it. We use it a lot for finding out the news if we're not watching TV. Or the nice thing about Google is it will associate each voice of the family member. So I can go in and say, what's going on for my day tomorrow? And then my wife can come in that same Google Home, what's going on, and it will tell her calendar versus my calendar, just picking up your voice. With the Amazon Echoes, you have to switch users, and it's a little bit more difficult because not a lot of kids have Amazon accounts, whereas they might have a Gmail account.
Interesting. Okay, so if we do have say we're an Amazon Prime user, what does Echo offer us?
So Echo offers, there's currently nearly 30,000 skills, they call that. So you can customize the skills to do tons of things, right? Control, say you've got a robot vacuum or you've got lights that you want to control. But the power of Amazon is it's connected to the Amazon account. So Amazon Prime, you can shop with it. So shopping
oh
is a
my
big
gosh,
thing.
I'd
You can
be
say
so dangerous.
You,
I
you
can
can say
just
something.
say it.
You can just say it and have it order products for you,
Oh
which
my
is dangerous.
goodness. Yeah. Can you set that so that your kids can't necessarily order things?
Right, exactly. You can set the privacy settings and the shopping settings for different people, you know.
Do you think that'll be more voice activated or recognition like Google eventually?
They both are really close to parity as far as the voice activation and
No,
the
I mean
general-
recognizing the different members of the
different
family.
people. I don't know if that'll come in the future or not.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's, would you ask Echo to do
So
something?
on the Echo, there's 4 different names you can actually give it. Google is very limited in what you can name it. It's coming later. With the Echo, you can call Alexa, which most people use,
Right.
or you can call Amazon or Echo. But I've named it Computer. What's the weather tomorrow?
Here's the forecast for tomorrow in Puyallup. Look for showers, with a high of 53 degrees and a low of 33 degrees.
For the rest of the year. Puyallup, because that's where you live, right?
Yeah, I have mine set up for that.
And so why do they give it different names? What's the help?
I think
that
just
you're
because
getting
if
there?
people have multiple devices in the house, like if you have one in your kitchen and then one in the living room or
you
something
can
like
give it
that,
different
you can give it
names.
different names so it would pick it up. And also, both of these have, as I mentioned, smartphone apps. Well, you can actually, some smartphones will have that name enabled as well. So now you've got, if you say, okay, Google, you can have everything in your house lighting up asking you questions.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Okay,
so
Google, stop.
if we don't know much about these devices, what is the best way to expand their user friendliness for us to learn what they can do for us?
Go online and look. I
And
mean, the thing is,
Google it.
as you mentioned, there's so many people that have these in their homes. You know, you can go and experience those. And a lot of carrier stores hold them as well. So.
Very good. Thank you so much. They're very interesting, and I think they're the future. Up next, we'll talk about a new book that examines the importance of having a balance between men and women in the workplace, why it produces better results after this.